All right, guys, what's going on? Hopefully everyone's doing well. We got Norway versus Senegal on in the background. The World Cup 55th minute. Senegal just scored. It's 2-1. Norway's up 2-1. Wherever you are in the world, I say welcome. Guys, as you're tapping in, like this video. We have a lot to get into. We have the Australian card tomorrow. We have a monster weekend with the Zayas card, with the Zuffa card. There's a UFC card in Azerbaijan. The World Cup is heating up. We got a lot of action. I just uploaded our latest Stats Don't Lie video, breakdown, prediction, and analysis of the heavyweight fight tomorrow in Australia on the undercard of Paro versus Crocker. This is a domestic Australian heavyweight showcase between Dempsey McKean and Liam Talava'a. Good odds on both sides of the plate. Watch my breakdown. I'm dog hunting. I put my money on Liam Talava'a on Saturday night last weekend. I got him at plus 240 on the money line. He's down to, I think, plus 175, so he's still a dog. Let's get it. I'm going to take your questions here in a second. We're going to look at all the odds. We're going to build a parlay. We got a lot of action, and I'm hoping Norway could hold on. So let's tap into our Discord real quick. Let's see what the boys and the JSB insiders are saying in there. Guys, to get access to our Discord, the link is pinned on the screen. It's a couple bucks a month. You get to see who I'm taking. You get all my picks, but more importantly, you become part of our community. And this is a live look-in. We stream all the fights in the Discord, so you don't have to like pay for pay-per-views and that sort of thing. That's the biggest benefit of joining our community. You got over 500 well-versed, researched, insightful sports fans. I mean, this is going to be a week, though, in our Discord where there's going to be some contention. There's already boys talking shit to each other. Norway's trying to get up there. Holland! About time Holland gets it. Holland's a dog, 3-1. Dude, Norway's good, man. Jesus. I took Holland to score, and I took them Norway on the money line. All right. I'm trying to juggle both things. I'm the biggest soccer casual, guys. So let's see. I just want to tap in. Okay, so there is some drama in the Discord going on between Xander fans and Boots fans. Let me catch up real quick. Let me see what Selfmade is saying. This seems like an interesting point. Guys are saying Xander's resume is way better than Boots. It's wild to me. It's comparable at least. Boots' notable wins are David Avanesian, who knocked out Josh Kelly, current super welterweight champion. Just beat Bakar Murtazayev. Roman Villa, who beat Rashidi Ellis. Rashidi Ellis beat Alexis Rocha. Imanis Stanionis, he's a former WBA champion and was undefeated at the time. And a lot of people said that this would be Boots' biggest test. And after he made light work of him, haters moved the goalpost and said he's trash all of a sudden. 4, Sergey Lipnitz, 16-01. This time former IBF world champion. Karen Shukachin, 21-1. Ranked number 4 by the IBF rankings. At the time, Boots and Xander's resume are comparable. Boots has more recognizable names. Like I said, this is going to be a point of contention all week. Boots versus Xander. This is one of those matchups which makes boxing great. I want to welcome our newest JSB insider, Rez. Rez is in the house. Guys, if you've joined on YouTube or joined on Patreon and you're not in the Discord, email me and I'll send you the Discord link. It's the place to be during fight week. It's the place to be during live fights. We do live betting in there. We stream all the fights. We get active in the JSB Discord. I'll be back. I'd back Teo against Raleigh, but I'd rather watch the fight 50-50. Are they talking Teo versus Raleigh? I didn't know about that. This is a good fight for both. Did they make Teofimolopez versus Raleigh? I didn't hear about this. I'm catching up to you boys. Adu says, who's betting on this guy? I am. That's Sugarcane Sandoval. I got him as a dog. I think he's gonna beat up Brandon Lee, to be honest with you. You give me Kane Sandoval at plus money, the less, I think he's going to take a lot from the Julian Rodriguez loss. I already liked his output and his volume. He's a marauding Mexican-style fighter, flat-footed, but he's going to pressure you. He's going to be there the entire fight. I question Brandon Lee's willingness to be in a dogfight and Kane's going to bring the dogfight to him. So, yeah, Adu's asking who's betting on this guy. Me. I'm betting on that guy. John Mag says, I'll watch that afterwards. I don't know many guys on the internet who took Josh Kelly other than me. You can watch my breakdown, analysis, and prediction of Josh Kelly versus Murtazaev. It went exactly how I thought it was going to go. And new. Canelo said the same shit. Self-made. I made a killing off Crawford versus Canelo. Legal bank robbery. Xander's in danger. The chat is wild right now. All right, I'm going to pull up the odds. I think I'm caught up. I caught up in the Discord. These are the current boxing odds. Before we get into that, I want to say what's up to the boys. John Maggs, salute, Johnny. Boys rumbling at this surprise moment. The rumbling. The rumbling. Papa. 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 Salute. The rumbling in the Discord. Boys are fighting, baby. Let's go. As long as we keep... Look, we don't mind a little bit of infighting. Just keep it professional, boys. Keep it professional. We could debate with research. We could debate with insight. We could debate with opinion. Just don't take it to that low IQ place, which we do a good job of not doing that. That's why we got moderators. E-Money, salute. Boss Christo's goal. I know Holland should have had like 3 goals by now. He finally got one. 62nd minute, Norway up 3-1. Eric Moria, do I think Rivera gives Ben a tough fight? I think this might sound weird. I think Ben Whitaker is the type of guy. He's so skilled that he's still figuring out what he does best. He does a lot of things well, but he's still figuring out his style, what he does best. I think the best move he made was going to Andy Lee. If I'm not mistaken, he went to Andy Lee after that first fight with Liam, and I'm pretty sure, and he looked good in the second fight against Liam. And so I think he's still there. Do I think a tough fight? No. I think at this stage of Rivera's career and where Whitaker is trending, I think Ben should handle him. Ryan, Liam Paro for sure win. Nothing is for sure, brother. Nothing's for sure. There are no for sures in life. Lewis Crocker could definitely win. If I was Lewis Crocker, I would jump out on Liam early. I would showcase why I'm the bigger guy. I would showcase why I'm the champion. I would fight like I used to fight. I wouldn't fight like I fought against Paddy Donovan the second time, even though he on paper won both fights. I don't like how negative he fought. I thought he lost. I mean, obviously the first fight he was getting beat and he won via DQ. On paper he won, but in the fans' eyes he lost. The second fight he drops Paddy twice, but fought extremely negative up against the ropes, lands 2 of the biggest shots of the fight, wins on the cards. I thought he lost. I feel if he fights that way against Liam Paro, the way he fought against Donovan the second time, he's going to lose. So I'm like, bring back that aggressive power puncher. Show Liam Paro, why you're the champion, why, you travel to Australia, and that there's divisions for a reason. Do I think he's going to win? No. I like Liam Paro on points. I think Paro's the better boxer. I think he has better timing. I think he has better hand speed. I like his backhand. I like his counters. I like his fight IQ. And also, guys, I rewatched the David Popot fight. David Popot's a lot better than we gave him credit for. I think because he's a French guy, French combat sports athletes get a lot of shit from the West, rightfully so. I'm not a big French combat sports fighter fan, but in that low knockout to win ratio. But when you rewatch the fight and you watch David Poe's career, he probably beats a lot of guys at 147. No bullshit. So I was talking to Chilltown about this earlier this morning. Shout out to TJ. And that's what I was saying. I was like, I just think people are underestimating Popot. And you mix that with Paro's first fight at 47, trying to handle the weight jump. He looked good the first few rounds, got caught with a big shot. I think the end of round 4 kind of changed the fight mid-fight, how to navigate these waters, adversity, got cut up, his nose was bloody, and he still found a way to get the job done. I expect another level to Liam Paro. Liam Paro is a really good boxer, and I like him on points. So that's my take. And if you want to see the complete breakdown, watch the Stats Don't Lie video. Ryan Hong appreciates you, brother. We like Ennis by stoppage or decision. I got to be honest with you again. I put my bet in a month ago. I took Jaron Ennis on points at plus. I don't see Xander getting stopped. I think that Xander has enough skills, and I think this fight's going to be competitive. I think speed is going to play a factor and power is going to play a factor, but Xander's size and his comfortability in the weight class, he also is able to fight off of a plan A. He could go to plan B. I feel unless he gets caught clean, like unless he gets out angled or gets hurt with a punch he doesn't see, he should be able to last the 12 rounds. He could fight on his front foot if he wants to. He could box if he wants to. He could counter box. So he has options if there's a part of the fight where he doesn't like, if he's in trouble. It's not like he's a Christian and Billy type who only has one gear. You know what I'm saying? So I'll post my breakdown, my stats in the live video tomorrow of Boots versus Ennis. But I like Ennis on the money line. I like Ennis on points. Watch for all the JSB insiders in here, and I said Floyd. Shout out to Floyd Coaching. He's an insider. The video's up. You should know my pick. You should. Oh, do I think Liam beats Patty? That's the fight. Now, I think that's I think Liam Paro versus Patty Donovan is a much more competitive fight. That's a fun fight. I don't know. I think it's close. I think Donovan would give Paro a tougher fight than Crocker would. Mike Ross says, just can't see Xander beating Boots after that Abbas performance. Abbas Barao is better than people give him credit for. Xander Zayas, the difference is when you're looking at what Xander does really well versus what Jaron does really well, the things Jaron does really well are better than the things Xander does really well. But that's not to say that Xander doesn't do. Xander has a really well-rounded game, really high fight IQ, really experienced for being only 23 years old. He's big for the division. He's really confident. All these things he's bringing into the ring with him, and he's 100% going into fight night expecting to win, which matters. If you guys haven't watched Joe Rogan's interview with Justin Gaethje, whether you're an MMA fan or not, I highly recommend you watch that. It's a 2-hour interview. It's remarkable the mindset Gaethje has. A lot of us MMA fans already knew that, but specifically with what we're talking about, when I'm talking about Xander going into this fight confident, Gaethje was talking about the biggest thing in him beating Ilia Topuria wasn't the damage, because, his coach was talking about it. Joe Rogan was talking about Ilia's broken orbitals and, the nose fracture. And Gaethje was like, it's not that. He was like, those things will heal. The thing that I did the most, that'll be the most damaging, that'll be the toughest to overcome for Ilia, will be the invincibility factor for his future opponents. He was like, what I did was I proved to everybody who will ever fight Ilia Topuria that he is beatable. And when that aura, historically with fighters, we saw what happened with Mike Tyson when he lost to Douglas. Once that aura is gone, it's gone. There's no way to get it back. So right now, Xander still has that aura. Nobody is disproven that he doesn't feel that he can win. And Jaron Ennis is going into this fight knowing that Xander knows that he's going to win. It's going to be an exciting fight. It's going to be a competitive fight. I don't see either one getting washed out. I would be more shocked. I would be more shocked if Jaron Ennis knocks Xander Zayas out than if Xander wins. I don't think Jaron knocks Xander Zayas out. That would be the most shocking outcome, is to see Xander Zayas knocked out. This kid, he's made for he was built for this moment. He was prepped for this moment since he was a 15-year-old kid. This dude put his hand up for this fight. That doesn't mean he's going to win. I think Boots' hand speed, his unorthodox approach, his versatility, his diverse skill set on both sides of the plate, his switch stances, his power. I think all of that, when you look at the versatility of what he does versus the sort of lack of versatility, without sounding, it's not supposed to be a negative thing, the technical style of Xander versus the unorthodox style of Jaron, I think that's going to be too much for Xander to overcome. I can just see Jaron doing enough to win rounds. maybe hurting him. Um, Sit back, and if you're nervous about betting, and if you don't have to bet. We started this channel without the betting, by the way. So there are people who support me, and I say thank you, who support me just for the content. The JSB, not everybody, the newer subscribers are betters, but our OG fan base, our OG subscribers of the channel is because of the boxing. So watch the fight without, don't bet on it if you don't want to bet on it. It's going to be a great fight. We don't get many of these fights every year. It's one of them. And there's a few of these fights coming up. So if you want to just enjoy the fight as a fan, I suggest doing that. You don't have to bet on every fight, guys. Thoughts on Vargas Mills? I think people are underrating Bryce Mills. Emiliano Vargas, I think that we've seen chinks in his armor, man. Even though he's undefeated, he's the best of the Vargas. Is the best of the Vargas is still a world champion? I don't know. People love his hand speed. They love the aura. They love the swag. There's a lot to like about Emiliano. When you watch his tape, when you watch his commitment to the game, this is a kid who grew up wealthy because of his dad. He didn't have to become a boxer. You know what I'm saying? Boxing normally is a way out for a lot of people who don't have anything. Emiliano Vargas is the kid that Marvin Hagler talked about. It's hard to stay motivated when you're sleeping in silk sheets. He was sleeping in silk sheets. He didn't have to become a fighter like his dad, but he did. And he has a lot of his dad's attributes in his genetics. And I watched his interview this week, and I like what he said. Emiliano said he's never touched alcohol. I was like, that's dope, because when you hear his dad says that the one thing that held his career back was the booze. He said without the booze, he probably would have never gotten beaten. Anyway, Bryce Mills is, I think he's from upstate New York. He has a nice following. He's skilled. He has a good record. He's confident. Do I think Vargas is going to get the stoppage? I think I might have done a moonshot parlay. I think I might have done a moonshot parlay for the boys in the Discord. I think I might have played the stoppage. All right, I'm gonna answer some of these more, and then I'll pull the odds up. Hey Johnny, everyone is made because you're bet. Thanks, Move a Lot. Move a Lot's another one of our JSB insiders who pay to troll. Just keep coming, brother. I really like Vargas over Mills. Whistle out. Yeah, what's up, Mike Ross? Appreciate you. After the Abbas performance, yeah, it doesn't say that Abbas wasn't supposed to be Zayas. After the Abbas performance, Zayas was a 3-1 favorite in that fight. It's like Abbas is I don't think Abbas Barrow's a bum. Am I missing something? Rogan Gaethje, yeah, it was awesome. It was interesting to me how Gaethje was hesitant to say he used to do a lot of coke, but he then said he lived on the Mexican border and he would get the stuff before it got stepped on. Bro, we know what you're talking about. Like, come on, Justin, what are you talking? You basically said everything that you're trying not to say. I didn't tell my parents yet. It's like, you're a world champion. You're like the biggest savage of all time. I thought it was sweet that he didn't tell his parents that. Corinne must be a legend then. I love the boys in the Discord bringing over the Discord drama into the chat. Hey man, this is one thing I've learned with predicting fights and betting on fighters is that you're never gonna make everybody happy. So you don't. There's no point of wanting to be liked. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are gonna disagree with your side, Gil. All we can do is sit back and watch the fights. You know what I'm saying? Liam on points and Boots on points. Nice, Alex. What's up, Alex Galvin Vince? Appreciate you. I got both of those plays on individual tickets. Lights out. Still can't find. Bro, you're a JSB insider, mate. What are we tripping on? Lights out. Email me, and I'll send you the link. JohnnyStoffco@iCloud.com. My email is on my YouTube channel. Email me. I'll send you the link. You're an insider. You should be in the Discord. That's crazy. You can't find us. Who's the main promoter for this boots? It's Top Rank and Matchroom. Top Rank, though. I think Top Rank won the purse bid, didn't they? Boots beat Karen twice. Xander is a great boxer. Boots is faster and athletic ability will get it done. We could dissect this and break it down ad nauseum. We'll find out come fight night. What's up, Waka Vaughn? Waka Flocka? He was saying they grew up kids broke after his dad got robbed by managers and promoters. Whitaker knockout. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to pull it up in a second. What's up, Carlito? Angel, do you like Mason to knock out Cordina? Right now it's at 160. I think that's where it's trending. What's up, Angel? Nice seeing you on the stream again. In my breakdown today of Talava'a versus McKean, I talked about Talava'a at plus money. He's the type of guy that if you're betting on him as a bettor, he'll fight for your bet. Some guys, Bradley Pauls didn't fight for our money. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Gardner fought for our money, and I told you that. I broke that down. I said Ryan Gardner will handle Michael Magnesi. If anything, Gardner will fight for your money. Abdullah Mason by knockout, even though he didn't get out his last opponent, Abdullah Mason will fight for your knockout prop money. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. I gotta plug this in real quick. Give me 1 second, boys. I'll be right back. I gotta get my charger. All right, we're going to look at these odds in a second. Got to plug in my device. It's been a busy day, man. I've been on the go since 5 a.m. Ran a 10K, did film study, uploaded the Stats Don't Lie video, 2 online clients, and now I'm talking to you boys. And it's only 11:30 a.m. Crazy. All right, I'm taking Mason. I'm taking the over. All right, let's pull it out. Let's look at we'll just stay on track today. We'll look at the Mason line real quick. Guys, Abdullah Mason is the last fight on our quarter parlay. I gave you guys, if you're still playing along in April, we did our quarterly long parlay. It's plus 600. It was a 9-legger, full unit, everything hit. We just need Abdullah on the money line for that to come through. That's a plus 600. Just want to remind everybody. Mason by knockout. Mason by knockout's only 67% return. In terms of value, Joe Cordina, he's a veteran, seasoned, been in there, more experienced. I mean, Cordina on points or Abdullah on points plus 220 is where the value's at. I don't know what your bankroll is, but generally on a standalone bet, a 67% return. If you're not going super heavy, it's really kind of a riskier bet. I'm a bit of a cow. I'd rather play the points, but I don't know yet. We'll see. Let me revisit this real quick for the boys. All right, so plus 600. We put this ticket in April 12th. Patience, Alicia Bumgarner, Inoue, David Benavidez, Hergovich, Keyshawn Davis, Hamza Shiraz, Stephanie Hahn, Oshaki Foster, and Abdullah Mason. When that hits, we hit our quarterly parlay. I'm going to put together another quarterly parlay tonight, and I also have a 3-leg that I have to share with everybody. It's a 3-leg triple paying plus 120. Whitaker, Tucker, Ennis on the money line. So I like Jahai to beat Cedeno. I know that's another fight. That's I'm uploading my Stats Don't Lie video on that. I don't rate the Dominican at all. I think that Cedeno's a bit inflated with that record, and I think Jahai Tucker is the better boxer. So that's where I stand on that. I'll share that in a second. Stephen Fulton should win this fight. Liam Wilson is very one-dimensional in what he does with his approach. Liam Wilson's one of the most frustrating guys to watch. If you are a guy like me who've watched him his whole career, he doesn't add anything to his game. He does the same thing every single fight, throws a half-hearted jab. He wants to set up his lead hook. He's ultra aggressive, gets on his front foot, gets hit way too much, and he still can't shake the ghosts of that Emmanuel Navarrete loss. Every time you hear him speak, there, granted, there's one thing with being focused and committed to becoming a world champion. There's another thing with allowing a moment in one's career to continuously define who you are present day. And so if he's not coming in, Stephen Fulton should be able to outbox Liam Wilson on paper. That's not shocking. What Stephen Fulton are we getting? Are we getting Stephen Fulton versus Fig? Are we getting Stephen Fulton versus Shock? Well, I don't know. Which one are we getting? So who knows? We'll see. It's coming up. Playing the G-Banger. Yo, wow. let me show. Yo, wow. Let me show you something though. Central defensive partner, you're struggling a bit. I'll be bringing him off. Why is it tripping? What's this fool's name? If I have to see it, y'all have to see it. Three to 1, 82nd minute. All right, I found it. If I have to see it, y'all have. This dude's fighting. He fought CJ Mundine. He was an 8-1 dog, and a lot of people felt like he beat CJ. He's 1-6. He's a 38-year-old Aussie legend. This dude is a 38-year-old Australian boxing legend. His record is 1-6. He's fighting tomorrow. His name is the G-Banger. This dude, he's like this dude is either a full-on freak or a marketing genius. He gets put on these big shows because he wears a G-Banger at the weigh-ins. This shit is crazy. So he's a plus. So for all you Americans out there, this is something I learned when I moved to Australia. This is Aussie slang. In America, girls wear G-strings. She got a G-string, that thong, the thong, thong, thong. She had dumps like a cha. I was like, what, that thong, the thong, thong. In Australia, they don't call them G-strings, they call them G-bangers. So a G-banger to me is always funny because it's a term I didn't grow up with. When you see a bloke rocking a G-banger and that's his name, that shit is hilarious to me. Could you imagine having to fight this dude? He's rocking he's in the weigh-in rocking a G-banger. If he wins, could you imagine I might rock this shirt on the stream, boy. These fools made these shirts, marketed them, and put them out to the public. That shit is insane to me. Could you? What fans? Like, what is this fan base, dude? You know, there's a bunch of Aussie blokes up in Queensland rocking those T-shirts too. Shout out to Aussie. Let's see those odds. Plus 575. So I reached out to a couple of my boys who box. I might on the download just sprinkle something on the G-Banger. Who knows? Jack Javid, A-side promotion, should win. This is kind of just a humorous bet. We're not putting too much emphasis into it. We kind of have a funny joke in the Discord. If McDonald wins, we're getting G-Banger T-shirts. And I'm going to rock it on the stream. 100. Charlo might stop Musadir. Charlo, I don't know, man. Where's the Swindler hat? Asking thou shall receive, motherfucker. Asking thou shall receive. Okay. Purse B, what's up, John? That name always looks like my name. John Stoff. Holla at your boy. Do the odd makers consider A side, B side to determine the numbers? Yeah, of course. But the odds makers, it's not like it's a group of guys. It's simply the money coming in at the books in Las Vegas. Fights get announced. As money comes in, that's what determines the odds. It's not like they're like, okay, we're making this fight versus this fight, and he'll be a 3-1 favorite. It's not an entity. It's the equity of money, the equity of the total value per fighter. What's your parlay tomorrow? It's up in the Discord for the JSB inside. I like Liam Paro on the money line or on points. I like Liam Talivaha as my underdog. I think we'll pull the rest of the fights up. All right, we'll do a quick little. This is just rapid fire. I don't have. Vegas Larfield will win. Holland almost scored again. Oh, that was nice. Some of the boys, like I said, we already talked about the G-Banger. I don't have action on that fight. Steven Ivich will win. Luke Modini will win. I got Talava plus 185. Solomano will win. And I got Paro. So that's my read on those fights. I got a little hat rack right there. That's why. This is like my studio. So I got, I live by myself. I got a nice space. So I dedicate this whole room for filming. So ask and I shall receive. Jahai, belt to ass. I think so too. I like Jahai, belt to ass too. I mean, raise your hand if you got faith in Dominican fighters. You know what I'm saying? Raise your hand if you believe in the Dominican inflated record. Just do your research. Watch the film study. He didn't look that great in his last fight. He won us money in his last fight, Yuri Cedeno. We got him, I think, at 78% return. But, I mean, it went the distance. I like Jahai Tucker. I like where Tucker's at 23. Jahai Tucker might be the oldest 23-year-old in boxing. You know what I mean? He might be the oldest 23-year-old. 89th minute, 3-1 Norway. Oh, my God. Dude, Norway is so good with the ball in close proximity. Cedeno 8-inch reach advantage. Tucker's not will be factors. Yeah, I mean, a reach advantage. So you guys do know how a reach advantage works, right? Just to let everybody know. When you see a guy with an 8-inch reach advantage, it's not like, it doesn't mean this is the shorter fighter. And how could you see this? What's a better way of doing this? It's not done this way. It's not like, oh, his jab is that much longer. It's not done that way, right? They measure it wingspan. So what an 8-inch reach advantage means is that from fingertip to fingertip, he is 8 inches longer. So it would mean there's a 4-inch. If it's even, there'd be a 4-inch thing. So it'd be like right there, which isn't. I mean, it's a measurable thing because it's prize fighting, but I would never take a guy just because of his reach advantage. I'm looking in this matchup. I'm looking at his toughness, his durability, his seasoning. I'm looking at his experience. I'm looking at his mental. Does he like being in a dogfight? How does he hold up with power? What's his game planning like? The reach advantage is something we speak about, but it's by no means something I would bet against because some guy has a shorter reach advantage. Jahai started 147, Cedeno full-fledged 160 with power and reach advantage. I don't think he has the power that his record suggests, though. So, yeah, I could tell you're on Cedeno, Julius, which is fine. I don't see it. Johnny, I'm sorry, but Andy Cruz going to piece. Nah. Albert Bell, man, we up. Ohio in the house. I think Albert Bell's been overlooked for a decade. I think Albert Bell's been avoided because of his 6'1" frame in the weight class. I think Andy Cruz is good. I think Andy Cruz is a bit one-dimensional, to be honest with you. And I think Albert Bell could win that fight from the outside. Very technical, tactical, sharp, accurate, long, great jab. I think all of those attributes will be great for. And we're getting him at plus 500. What are we talking about here? Plus 380. You better jump. Y'all better jump on that quick. They're getting 9 minutes of extra time. It's 2 minutes in. 3-1 Norway. Plus 380. I love Bell at plus 380. I think I threw Bell on a moonshot. Yeah, I did a moonshot. So I did do a moonshot for the boys in the Discord. Oh my God. Senegal just scored. It's not done yet. 3-2. This is a good game. There's 6 minutes left. Stoppage time. Senegal just scored, dude. This shit's crazy. Okay, so if you want, this is 300-1 odds. Talava'a on the money line. Paro on points. Jahai Tucker on points. Emilio Vargas by knockout. Ennis on points. Kane Sandoval money line. 300-1. Let's go. In our Discord, we do a little something we called moonshot parlays. The boys like Youngin, myself included, we've been known to hit 490-1 odds. Where's that shady dude? Where's that insider who said y'all don't never win? Who's that? We got you boys. You know we're doing something when people pay to subscribe and they troll us. So you know we're doing something right. You don't never win. Shoot, we out here, bitch. Thank you for your support, player. What keeps vibrating? Modini money line, Crocker versus Paro distance, Whitaker money line, Vargas money line. That's a plus. That's paying plus. I know a sharp who messaged me this morning who likes Paro by knockout. I just couldn't see it. He agreed. He sees eye to eye with me about my entire breakdown, but he feels because he sees eye to eye with me about my breakdown with Paro, because of Paro's accuracy, because of Paro's countering, because of his backhand, he feels that Crocker is going to get broken down systematically, get out on his front foot. He thinks he's going to get caught rushing in, and he thinks Paro's going to stop him. I'm like, damn. That's why we play the game, boys. Early read, rough, Fiziev, man, that's a great fight. I brought that up when I saw it when they announced it. I'm a fan of Manny Torres. Fiziev has a lot of miles, a lot of tread, man. And I knew about Fiziev before he made it to the UFC. There was a lot of famous stories about him sparring at Tiger Muay Thai in Thailand against a lot of boxers. So, I had connections to Tiger Muay Thai through Dave Leduc, left weight fighter. And Fazeev is just like, he's been around a while, man. Manny Torres is definitely the fresher fighter, the greener fighter. Good fight, though. Dog fight. Great fight. This weekend in Baku. Azerbaijan, right? Jamie Gutierrez, what's up, playa? Do you know what time Paro Crocker starts? Eastern time. Jamie, I live in Sydney, Australia. So in Sydney, Australia, it is currently Tuesday, June 23rd at 11:55 a.m. Paro Crocker will be tomorrow, Wednesday, June 24th at 8 p.m. So the fights will go down in 32 hours from now. So wherever you are in the world, the main event will go down 32 hours from now. Who won the first bid match? I think Top Rank did. Come on, guys. Do your homework. I just uploaded my breakdown, brother. Chadwick, I want you to watch my videos, support the channel any way you can, like the video. I just uploaded my breakdown, prediction, and analysis of McKean versus Talava'a. I put a lot of effort into my channel. I put a lot of effort into those videos. Those 15-minute videos take me like 3 hours to film, edit, produce, upload. So it'll only take you 15 minutes to watch. So have a watch. You'll see who I'm taking. Dominicans has had numerous champs in the last 5 years. They've also had many, many fighters going in recent memory as shiny, bright favorites and lose. I ain't got nothing against Dominicans. Who do you? I just don't have a lot of good luck betting on him lately in boxing. Why do you like Liam Talava'a? I like his athleticism. I like his power. I like his explosivity. I like his hand speed. I like his accuracy. I like his punch placement. I like where he's trending. And I like the way he fights. He's fighting against a guy in Dempsey McKean. No amateur background, is a kickboxer, MMA guy, flat-footed, slow. He has a good jab. He's going to be the taller guy. He has the longer reach. But I think Talava'a is going to figure that jab out, get on the inside like he does. Talava'a is one of these shorter hybrid heavyweights who uses that height disadvantage to favor his style. He could fight you. He's not going to fight him at range too long. He's going to want to put his head on Dempsey McKean's chest. I think McKean will play that game initially, put his back on the ropes, and just his speed, power, and aggression, and where he's trending in his career. No Limit, they're finally giving Talava'a a push. Oh, God. There's a minute left. It's 3-2. I need Norway to hold on to this lead. Self-made. Season already. Look at it. Yeah, he did. And Truck Simpson, people were like, somebody was like, he barely beat Truck. I was like, don't talk shit. Truck Simpson's legit. Truck got a little game to him. Truck will come back. Truck beats a lot of guys in that division. He's still growing too. That was a good fight. That's a good win for. What's Cedeno's best win, man? What is you guys just like the shiny toy of Yuri Cedeno? I question his heart and his ability to go dark, to go into those waters, those treacherous dark waters. Trevor Whitman is Gaethje's coach. Trevor Whitman said something on the interview the other day on Rogan that spoke to me. He sees eye to eye on why I love boxing. He said the exact thing on what makes me a combat sports fan is his favorite moments in combat sports, what drew him to the octagon, what drew me to the boxing ring, was watching fighters get off of the canvas. This is why I love boxing. I don't like front runners. I think boxing at its best, the romanticism of boxing is watching a fighter come back from the dead, watching themselves either in the length of their career rebuild themselves or within a fight rebuild themselves. And I've watched Tucker have to do that. I haven't seen Cedeno need to do that. I don't know if Cedeno has it in him to do that. Jahai Tucker will make him answer those questions, and that's why I like Tucker in this fight. Norway just won 3-2. We up. We need one more win. Let's go for this plus 700 World Cup parlay that we built in the motherfucking Discord. So we took Argentina, we took France, we took Norway at plus money. I just need Algeria to beat Jordan, and I hit a plus 500. Let's go, motherfucker. Let's go. What do you think of Eddie Hearn not showing up for Crocker in Australia? I don't make anything of it, man. All's love and all's fair in love and war. What do they say? All's fair in love and war. It was a group of us, just a group of 5. Now 3 dead, 1 in jail, and I'm the only one alive. Everybody talks trash about Silk the Shocker's rapping, but as a 90s kid myself, I think Silk the Shocker was way before his time in terms of that offbeat, off-tempo rap style. I don't know why that comment reminded me of it, but just want to let you know. Do you think Liam Talava? I got him a plus money, plus 280. That's enough for me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get too sexy with it. If I'm playing a dog, the worst thing, the worst feeling in the world is when you play a dog, but you play the dog method of victory because you get greedy, and the dog wins, but you're off on the method of victory. So you got nothing to show for. What we do is, I call it couch change. You know, you're looking back in the day when you were a kid, you're looking through your parents', the living room, you're lifting up the couch cushions, trying to find coins, trying to find money. So you go to the corner store. It's like within our betting strategies, we have to find couch change. You know what I'm saying? You got to find your wins. Don't get greedy. Talava plus money. If you like him as the dog, take him as the dog. You know, nothing's worse than your dog hitting, but you took him by points and he wins by knockout. You got no money to show for. Johnny, how does Jahai Tucker win? I'm not worried about his reach. I think I think his physicality is gonna be too much. His aggression. Um, that's what I'm leaning on, man. You guys are worried about that fight? Popo over you. Dude, David Popo, man. I like Popo. I rewatched the Harlem really wasn't doing anything against Catterall, even though, Catterall's really good. Popo showed me a lot against Liam Paro, man. Yeah, I like David Popo here. I like those odds. 187. That's nice. I think he's a better boxer. I think Popo beats a lot of guys at 47. I know, dude, a Dominican amateur background is not the same as an American amateur background. A Dominican Olympian is not the same as an American Olympian. It's just not the same. The Dominicans are known for baseball players. I got burned playing this narrative before about the Dominican amateur boxing scene. It's not the Cuban amateur boxing scene. It's the Dominican. No shade to the Dominicans. But I'm not using that as a selling point. I think Yuri Cedeno has an inflated record. I don't think he's good as his record suggests. I think Jahai Tucker's better than what people think. And I think Jahai Tucker's gonna, we're gonna see that. It's a good fight though. Can you see broker stopping parts at all? Mosby's, what's up? You're making me decipher this ancient language. Can I see Crocker stopping Paro at all? See, ask, and thou shalt receive. I can. I could see Lewis Crocker stopping Liam for sure. 100%. I talked about in my breakdown. If I was Lewis Crocker, I would fight how I used to fight. I'd get on my front foot. I would be aggressive. I'd be that power puncher I used to be. I'd have to, worry about working past that Paro jab. You'd have to be a little bit cautious to not get hit with that counter, but throw your hooks, throw your hands, leave it all out there. Definitely don't travel halfway across the world to be negative and fight off your back foot. Go out on your sword, and if you land your big shots, see if Liam could take him, see if he could eat him. He's a smaller dude in there, doesn't have a lot of experience at 47. He could definitely catch him with something. I'm not betting on that, though. I could see it happening, though. Paro fought one time at 47, already fighting for a title. How? Because he's that dude. Because Liam Paro's that motherfucker. Because he signed to No Limit, mate. You know what I'm saying? Former champion at 140, marketable. He didn't, he fought. he goes up from 40 to 47. He fought the best at his time at 47. You know what I mean? Went to Puerto Rico when nobody wanted to fight Subriel. I love how people try to act like that wasn't a good one. Nobody wanted to fight Matias at the time. That was boogeyman Matias, dude. Paro did to Matias what Gaethje did to Topuria regarding aura of future opponents, and we saw that. And he wins, and then he fights freaking Richardson Hitchens. I'm not talking about damage. I'm not talking about the damage Gaethje did to Topuria because Paro didn't do that damage to Subaru. But you guys know what I'm talking about in terms of when nobody was putting their hand up to fight this guy who literally had killed somebody in the ring before with the high knockout to win ratio. The only loss he had, he not fought that dude again and knocked him out. So Paro goes to Puerto Rico, his hometown, as the B side, and beats him by multiple rounds. And then he fights Hitchens. I put Richardson Hitchens in my top 10 fighters in the world. I'm a big fan of Hitchens. Great jab, world-class hand speed, world-class reflexes, high fight IQ, good fighter on the outside. Richardson Hitchens is a freaking lot to deal with. Loses that fight and just kind of has to, regather. Only been down once in his career, the Omar Alamo in 2021. Got dropped in sort of a weird knockdown in round one, picks himself up, wins that fight by a wide margin. Was the underdog against Montana Love, stops him. Was the underdog against Brock Jarvis, stops him. Liam Paro is a really, really good fighter, man. And he showed that time and time again. Really good fight IQ. We're gonna see. 47 is not the deepest division either, and it's the IBF. I think I figured it out. So you guys love this kid. La Bazooka. I mean, selling me on Cedeno because of his reach is crazy to me. Yeah, long arms. Long arms. 23 ranked middleweight in the world. What do you like? What on this resume? I mean, you really liked his performance against Atunde? What else is there, dude? This is an inflated record if I've ever seen one. This is your classic archetypal inflated Dominican Caribbean record. Yes, he was a great amateur in the Dominican, dude. What is that? If you were telling me he was a great amateur Dominican baseball player, I'll be all right. You're on to some Dominican boxer. Who's he been fighting, dude? What is it? What do we like here? The oldest 23-year-old in boxing. Him and Xander. Him and Xander, the oldest 23-year-old fighting on the same card. I mean, this. I mean, look who he's been in there with: Kale, Truck, Troy, Francisco Veron. Don't sleep on Veron. Nick Flaz. Y'all fools out here. I did a debate. Y'all fools out here were taking Flaz to beat my boy Tiger. We don't forget out here. So I don't know, man. I think Cedeno is going to get fraud checked. I do. Yeah, I'm comfortable with this fight. I really like Jahai on the money line. Jahai on points plus 105. Let's go. I do have Tucker on a triple on a money line parlay, and I think I took Tucker on the moonshot on points. Yeah, I already have Tucker on points plus 105. I really like Tucker here. I think it's a great matchup for him. Mike from Melbourne, what's up, brother? Checking in. Guys, I got to run here shortly. It's I have a client downstairs in about 25 minutes. Got to do a sauna after. So I've been doing saunas, dry saunas for like over a decade. Something I never talk about is the recovery aspect of my training. I'm really into dry saunas and flow tanks. The first bit of content I ever made from a fitness side was in 2015. I wrote a book on the benefits of sensory deprivation and floating. And so I don't have a flow tank here, but I go to a place in Bondi. I did put a dry sauna here. So I do a sauna like 3-4 times a week. It's called hypothermic conditioning, using extreme dry heat to detoxify your body and also get a lot of those surface level toxins out, and it helps to metabolize and maintain your weight. So I got that in my near future. I'm gonna go power lift with this client here shortly. I'm gonna do a sauna, watch a little bit of more film study. I still have Cedeno and Tucker to upload. I have Boots and Zayas to upload. I'll stay on for a couple more minutes. Let's go Algeria. Let's get this plus 500, baby. We've won our last 3 tickets. We won our NRL ticket. We won our last. We hit on our the round prop with Oscar Cayazzo. We hit our triple in the UFC money line, and then we've hit our last 4, and then we hit the double knockout prop in the UFC. That's 4 tickets in a row. This would be 5, and then we got the Aussie card. I don't share the only people who see the DGen plays, the World Cup plays, and that's in the Discord. So I'll show you what I mean. I'm gonna leave you with this real quick. So for you boys not in the Discord, this is what I'm talking about. The G banger. So this is our baseball. This is our baseball Discord. This is our World Cup chat. Let's see who's up. Look at the boss, Christos. Are we up? Boss Christos is up. He got the little mixed parlay with the tennis and the soccer. Plus 4 to shit. Good hit, brother. Is Luke up? Algeria, Portugal. So you're getting free game here. The boys are giving you their plays. Not wow, dude. $10 to win 1,000. We eating. Herlon, look at this hit. Mbappe, Messi. Who hit this? Omar Bradbury hit that. Of course, Omar hit that. That's a crazy hit. Nice player. Let's see what the boxing chat's saying. it's it seems to me that it seems to me that the G banger is a point of conversation in our Discord. Oh my God, his opponent! What are we doing? His opponent wore a G banger too. Battle of the G's. What the fuck, dude? What is going on in Australia? What is going on in Australia? You gotta love the Aussies, man. Shout out to the Aussies, boy. Masterminds. Australia is a wild place. Y'all cats are crazy on that. We are fried. Are we making a pick on the Nelson? Look, I'm not taping. No, there's no tape on his opponent. We know his opponent's a rugby player. Nelson Solomone is a guy that George Rose, if you guys know anything, little rundown of No Limit Promotions, the history. They're run by the Rose brothers, Gorgeous George Rose. These are NRL guys. They played footy, and they've done a really good job over the last 7-8 years marketing No Limit as the premier promoter in Australia. Most thanking basically Tim Zhu. You know, Tim Zhu is the guy behind all that. But what they've done is a couple times a year they'll put together these big cards, and they'll put rugby and boxing in Australia kind of go hand in hand. You know, I've been to rugby only boxing cards. You know what I'm saying? It's not the highest level of fighting, but these boys, you know, they fighting is in the DNA here down in Australia. These boys will be fighting at the pubs tonight for free. You know, that's why I love Australian boxing. You go to these events, you can feel, dude. You want to go to an Australian amateur event. Shout out to my boy Kane. He's one of my online clients. He's an Australian amateur boxer. I'm a strength coach. And he had an amateur show a month ago in Paddington, and I was just blown away with how professional it was. There were ring girls, announcers, filming at an amateur show. I never saw any of that in America when I was coming through. Even that was a long time ago. But Nelson Solomona is their guy that they use. They'll have like a rugby rivalry fight, and you know, Nelson, they use Solomona to get the eyes of the rugby fans watching the card as well. It's actually master marketing. He's not going to lose that fight. He's fighting one of the 10 Burgess brothers. If you know anything about Sammy Boy, it's Sammy Burgess's brother. I can't do sauna today, too dry. I need steam shower. So I don't know if, yeah, there's benefits. There's benefits to steam as well. It just takes a lot longer. The dry heat is much more efficient than the steam. Just so you know, Xander versus Boots for 12 rounds is free money plus 118. What's up, Brian? Brian's giving away gifts. Better take them gifts. That play was posted by many cappers. All my friends hit that 2-goal soccer play. Good hit. All right, guys. I'll see you boys soon.